gal, Wendell Wild is in the movie.
Stand up, man. And I think Dave Higgins is there. Who's that? Dave Higgins? Star Automotive? You know what? It's going to snow tonight. He has to plow snow.
There's very few things in the movie are cooked or are faked. But Barry, when we went back to film him, this is when he just ran across the thing and reminded me, because when we went to film that, he was in the winter, and then I said, okay, now I want you to walk the same path that you dragged that log, but now it's the summer, and he goes, yeah, it's magical, it's the Wizard of Oz. And so he
also, I want to point something out. When I couldn't split that wood, it's because I had a broken fucking leg. Goldthwait's gone. First he has me haul that fucking log up the hill. And I go, split the wood. Now I've been getting people from all over the world are contacting me and telling me how to split wood. Fuck yourself. How to split wood. You try to do it out of the stork position. See what you get a broken leg hit the pipe. And that's when I turn to Goldthwait and they go, this isn't fucking working. In other words, like, we're not using this. 2 minutes into the movie, this isn't fucking working, so. Thanks, buddy.
So anything was faked or cooked, I shouldn't say faked, but very just, you know what I mean, like, I just wanted him to walk across that's all I wanted, him to walk across the backyard, so he does this the whole time, looking into the lens. The footage in the movie is him not knowing the camera's on. And what else is cooked?
The ad.
Oh yeah, because
the Bearcat ad.
Because the Syracuse New Times, that's where the ad appeared in the.
I like that the Syracuse New Times this week said an ad appeared in an alternative weekly. Yeah, it was your fucking paper. Got a glove at the game. Jesus Christ. Is Bill DeLapp here tonight?
Yeah, Bill DeLapp. I saw him.
The guy who fucked up the article that said I had 2 daughters instead of sons. Get your fucking facts straight, dude. Come on. Sorry, no offense. I'm ruined in this town now.
But they helped us try to find the original ads, so that's cooked. And my daughter has a hard time watching the movie. She says, "Dad, you look like an asshole." Because Barry's sister, which I felt was a really key interview, I don't know if I pushed her as much as it seems like in the movie.
No, I love my sister. Here's the thing, everybody I asked to be interviewed, I just said, Bob's making a documentary about me, and then I just left it at that. I didn't want to skew anything, and I wasn't around for the interviews and stuff, and I just tell them the truth, whatever you think it is. And so I said that to my sister, and then first time I see the movie at Sundance, there's my sister going, I had no idea there'd be cameras there. It's like, I don't know if you know what a documentary is. Well, I just wanted to say I wanted to ask my hero, and she saved my life. So
yes.
We'll give her a little slack.
Yeah, we give her a little slack.
I was curious about that. Like, what was the interview process like? Harold, when did they get it with Shane?
No.
Well, what was that like? I mean, Barry, were you in the room? Were you not in the room?
No, I wasn't in the. I was elsewhere. I just got done dealing with my mother and my other sister, and we were pacing me. But I love my family, and I just always try to live at least 2 states away from me.
But I wanted to.
But Mary Jo really came through, and Bob saved it. I mean, he did. She came in and she was pissed off, and was like, because she was, I don't know. I mean, I didn't say anything to her. I said, Bob's making a documentary about me, and he wants to interview me. And I didn't say, I told her your hero, blah, blah. I told my story, but I wanted her to tell her story, particularly that part of the story. I didn't want to be anywhere near what she had to say. Because people don't want to believe this stuff. So just tell your story, MJ. And she did. And she did a magnificent job, but she came in with a head of steam, and Bob just did a great job of winning her over, and then she opened up, and you can see that that's the same sincere little kid who saved my life. Well, I always had a picture of getting caught on those stairs. I've seen you looking at those stairs. I've seen a babysitter catch her by the foot. And that's the image that was always with me my whole life. So she's incredibly dear to me, and I joke a little bit about it's a documentary thing, but really she very well may have saved my life. Because I don't know how many more of those assaults I could have. And after that, the babysitter, they had to have some sort of cover story. And Mary Jo was really bad, and whatever. And my parents just decided, well, this babysitter isn't working out, thank God. And so that was the end of it. Because Mary Jo, a little kid, spoke up. So we as adults should be able to speak up, particularly about what happened to us as children, to protect contemporary children. And that's what the AOL thing was to me. I got to do something on behalf of contemporary children, rather than expecting the whole world to come up to me and apologize to me for what happened to me as a child, because we all have things happen to us in this life. We don't know what happened to everybody else. But if you think the whole world's going to come up to you and apologize to you, and you set it up that'll be the only way things are okay, then you're going to wallow for the rest of your life. And somehow I got smart enough and lucky enough to get out of my own way and do something on behalf of contemporary children. And it was the most healing, best thing I ever did. And the second best thing I do is I help other survivors of child abuse and various forms of trauma. Because in them, I can see where I was a while ago, and I can notice how much progress I've made. So it's not a big altruistic thing at all. There's a lot in it for me. There's a lot in it for all of us. When we do the quote unquote work, we go through things.
I was visiting Barry once, and he said to me that he had learned that the man who had raped him had died a month before in prison. And I said, well, how did that make you feel? And Barry said, sad. And I said, because you won't have any closure? And Barry said, no, because he died alone. And when he said that, I was like, I'm going to win awards. I was like, God damn it, this is going to be a good movie. No, I was just...
He's not wrong. But he's shrewd. He's going to sweep.
No, but it's I trust me.
Let me tell you something about this guy. Not once in the entire filming of the movie, when the choice was between something that would be really strong for the film and something that he felt would possibly damage me, did he not side with me? And our arguments were all about, me going like, no, we gotta have that in it. What the fuck? And he would go, no, so, like the basement.
Yeah, that's the other part of my doubt. I think I look like an asshole because I
like you had a cattle prod pushing you.
Yeah,
which every filmmaker should have on set.
Because I didn't want Barry to go there. I wanted to film these spaces because I didn't want to do reenactments.
Who didn't want to do reenactments?
Barry Crimmins, everybody.
The comedy team of Goldthwait Crimmins. They're challenging, but they're funny.
So I wanted to film the space, and then when we were heading towards there, Barry said, can I at least put a button on it, which he does in the car, and then, as it says in the movie, he says, you go through a problem, not around it. And he said, I'm going to go down in that basement. You can film it or not. And that's what's in the movie. And that's why it looks different than the movie. We're scrambling to film it.
I wasn't going to go there and go up to that door and go, oh, I mean, I'm a grown man now. As a little kid, I had no choice. I had to go. I mean, I was physically overcome, taken down, and nothing I could do. As an adult, I could walk down there and deal with it. You can tell when you hear me clearing my throat like that, I'm not real solid at that moment. But I had to go there because, in particular, the lovely people that let us film that basement, who own the home, are here tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. I just wanted to make sure that the place didn't become this, Halloween attraction. Okay, I wanted, it's a basement. It's got cinder blocks. It's not imbued with the evil of this poor bastard. Who, by the way, when I came to a friendly person got me the information, his records and stuff, and he's foster homes his whole life, and abused everywhere, and he passed it along to me. And another reason it's called Call Me Lucky is because I became a human rights activist and not a child abuser. So I feel extraordinarily fortunate because of that. But that basement is just a basement. It's not somewhere that's imbued with, it's not this tomb of evil. I'm sorry to ruin the holiday spirit for you. By the way, do you like my costume? I'm a Canadian.
I'd like to say, and I want to keep them anonymous, but I also want to thank them. I can't thank them enough for letting us film there. Because a byproduct of this movie, I was really just trying to make a movie about my friend, but the movie's, and it's all very, but it's helped a lot of people already. And without the family that supplied that scene, which ends up being so key and so moving and so powerful, and also demystifies these things. These things live in the darkness. And so I'm forever grateful for them for letting us film too.
Thank you. I think the most powerful part. The most powerful part of that scene actually is the moment could have been a throwaway moment, because you have the interview right after with Barry. Is it just, it's just a basement.
Yeah.
And that completely.
They give you this old shitty microphone.
You're trying to make yourself go old school.
There was a cut of the movie where it ended there, where it says it's just a basement. Yeah, but then I realized I didn't have a name for the movie. That would have been
Just a basement would have not worked. It would have been a completely different movie.
a shitty title. So.
Not worked.
No, but he was.
By the way, I like your memoirs, the new title. Holding in the Diarrhea.
Holding in the Diarrhea. I was really worried about. I was really worried about Barry because he was going into shock, and then he went in the basement. He was so articulate and actually gave the movie its ending, and it was beautiful what he said down there. But he and I have, if you haven't noticed yet, we have a bit of gallows humor. And he said, I don't remember what I said in that basement. I don't know if I can you use it in the movie? Is any of it good? And I said, I don't know. I'm just going to play yakety sax the whole time you're down there. That's the Benny Hill theme for you folks, our Boots Randolph fans.
There's an alternate cut that's on the DVD and Blu-ray that has that.
Should we, because we're a couple of windbags, should we open it up to questions? Yeah,
definitely. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, right there. We're getting the mic on. We have technology coming in.
So, once again, we brought immense humanity and honesty to a really unusual and difficult subject. You said at the beginning that you had, I don't know if you actually had a script, but you had planned to work off a script to tell Barry's story. Is there similarity, difference between what that vision was for you and what you ended up not
The narrative script that I started with was, structurally, I don't really see this movie as a definitive documentary on Barry. I wanted to tell his story of coming through the other side of this and helping other people, and so I concentrated on that. So that made making the movie a little easier because I kind of knew the elements we wanted. But we both took a stab at a script.
It turns out you're not allowed to write a 338-page script, but I try to include everybody. Evelyn Wood read it for Bob.
But the movie was shot, it started February of 2014. And naively, I didn't realize that you should probably take a little more time to make a documentary. Because,
Hey, but he was dealing with me and he knows about actuarial tables. He wanted me to see the film.
But isn't it true that you started in...
No, tell the Sundance.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, tell us Sundance story. That's a good one.
You at Sundance, talking to the other documentarians.
I told the story the other day, but I went to this dinner that they were having for the documentary filmmakers at Sundance, and naively they're all, I really didn't know what I was doing when I made this movie, and they're going, well, when did you start your movie? It was like 3 years ago. And when did you start your movie? 7 years ago. When did you start yours? I was like, February. And they didn't go, hey, congrats. They're all like, well, good luck,
And he kicked their ass.
What was that screening like?
It was very strange because it was in the. I made World's Greatest Dad with Robin Williams, and I didn't show him that movie, and I didn't show until we were at Sundance, and I didn't show Barry this movie until we were at Sundance. And the weird thing was that the movie premiered in the same exact theater, like a couple days from the date. And I got to sit next to both these guys that I loved watching them. Oh my God, Barry for the first 45 minutes was just like, making that noise. And I said, well, I make you Jesus at the end, just hang in there. And then, but Robin was different because I'd been to a lot of premieres with him at various movies that were, some of his movies were hit and miss, and I would sit with him, and he was always uncomfortable. But no, like God Bless America, he just cackled like Max Cady, Cape Fear. He's just like, I mean, sorry, World's Greatest Dad. I think he liked God Bless.
No, I God Bless America.
Yeah, well, he did like God Bless America. He was confused. There's well, never mind. You guys will see it
soon enough. Really quick, I just have a really quick question while someone's formulating. Anyone else have a question? Really? Am I going to be the guy who's going to ask some technical shit? Okay, really quick while we're getting that. One of the striking things about this movie is how it's shot. It's shot in 2351 scope with super widescreen. What was your choice with that? Was that something that because your other movies are shot very wide as well. Most documentaries are not shot like that. And the thing that I love about this film so much is that it's almost unassumingly like, Thin Blue Line, Brother's Keeper. It's more like a thriller at times. There's the moment in the basement, right before Barry goes in the basement, that you frame him on the right side of the frame, and looming in the back and the left is the door. And that's just not one of those tropes that you use in a documentary. That big sense of dread and suspense in there was as palpable as anything Hitchcock did. What was that choice to? Sorry, I'm going to just call it like I had that question. The new Hitchcock. What was that like?
Did you wonder about it too much?
What have we chosen?
Bingo.
Thank God we're here to talk about the 235. I think it's a crucial issue. Not Bishop Cunningham, who should be fucking fired.
Bishop Cunningham should be fired.
Yeah, who said that as our friend in the film was culpable for being raped by Father Neri because Father Neri made him say confession, which I. Everybody I ever told that to is going, trying to make the child complicit, and the only person who takes and keeps Mary's lie alive is the bishop who's in charge of the Diocese of Syracuse. That guy should be fired out of the same cannon and land at the Vatican at the Cardinal Law Memorial job. Get the fuck out of here, because you are a piece of crap calling children who were raped culpable in their own rapes, because this giant man who just raped a little kid told them to say confession afterwards. You're in trauma. Why would you say the sacrament of confession, the holy sacrament of confession? Because you're in trauma and you just got raped. Bishop Cunningham, okay? And if you want, I took the liberty of buying a bunch of pitchforks and torches, and we can go over to the bishop's house and get the son of a bitch out of Syracuse! Because I love this city, I love our guts, I love our resilience, our ability to withstand the worst weather in fucking creation, except for you poor bastards from Oswego. We gotta get rid of that son of a bitch, Cunningham. We've got to get him out of here, because he's an insult to anyone with a child, any child in this town, anybody. He's a lying sack of shit, bullshit artist, and he needs to go. Thank you.
Bill, the last get all that. Bill,
I thought it was important to shoot the movie on 235.
What was your choice?
What was the choice?
I don't know, man. I got bad priorities.
it just looked good, right? That's all
I think it looked good, because this is what we're doing. No, I said,
I think I'd like to play this town again sometime. How's Frank Maloney doing with the football team?
he's gone 35 years ago.
How about the basketball team dominated the Big East last year? Well, we'll talk about it at dinner at the all-night eggplant.
There's a question over there.
He had to teach me that because of his sports stuff. I have no idea what I just did. We worked on that. That's our prepared material. Look at me. I got knees. Try that, motherfucker. I don't think it was my fault your knees are fucked up. I think it was that dance through the Billy Bragg show. When that footage came in, it was like fucking backlit and there was angel choir.
You got it for you, shithead. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Are you over there? There's a question.
Sweet Jesus, after hearing you guys talk for a while, it feels like Nickelback's playing right after Van Halen or something like that. But not to sound like a fourth grader reading a book report, but I have a question. If this film were to win, by the way, this film is fantastic. This is one of my favorites of the year so far. If this film were to win Best Documentary at the Academy Awards, and you two were the ones to accept the award, what would you say?
Please, cinema gods, make this happen.
I'd like to thank Hyde's Hot Dogs.
I would say I didn't prepare any remarks, and boy, are you people fucking lucky.
I'm pretty sure if that was to happen, which is insane, it would be something about Bishop Cunningham.
May they never name a high school after him. Bishop Grimy.
Anybody have any more technical questions? 2351.
380.
Any other questions?
Who's got it?
I don't know anything about numbers or anything.
That's all good.
My question, I would like to know the monologue. Was that something that was planned, or did it just pour out?
Which one? I don't know.
The one in the newspaper where you disclosed your.
Oh, well, that happened right after the. I did a special. I did a benefit, put together a benefit for the Southern Poverty Law Center, and actually, when my thing, it was right after the Rodney King insurrection in LA, and everybody was really just coming down hard on those kids in Los Angeles. And I just felt like going out and saying, you know, the baddest town and the baddest gang in town that wears blue is the Crips, you know. And so, and I'd been in LA, right then, and I just got back to Boston, and I wasn't planning on disclosing publicly, and I didn't speak about it publicly again for another year afterwards. But I just wanted to say, you know, people are always really hot to prosecute children as adults, but they're not as quite as solid about prosecuting adults who harm children. And the whole system, the whole situation, the poverty in South Central Los Angeles, surrounded by the most incredible wealth you could imagine. These kids, when shit goes down and everything, and you know, like, yeah, go get some shiny shit for yourself too, you know, like, and you're gonna hate them over that when they gotta watch people driving by in Bentleys every day, like, you know, I just wanted to stick up for them, and I wasn't planning on doing it until I got to the show, and so that particular monologue was improvised, you know, didn't get huge laughs.
But he didn't know that he was going to disclose on stage. He didn't know what he was going to say. And then one of the comedians was rather insistent that he went on after Barry. And Barry's like, I don't think you want to follow me. But,
And I never say that.
Yeah, we have time for one more question. Anybody? In the back.
I want to say I really loved the movie, and it was very powerful. I just have a question. Do you ever find people minimize your experience because you're successful? Say, you have a good life.
You're talking to me?
Classic crimmins.
Yeah, I'm living in the bounty that's created by becoming a left-wing political satirist during the Reagan era. The commercial rewards I've reaped are boundless, and I cannot believe the incredible. I don't know what to do. Actually, I need to form a committee of people to figure out how to divest myself of all the wealth and grandeur that I've accumulated as a result of that. What?
was that for Barry? I'm not being a dick.
Wait, was it for him?
No, it's for you. Because I'm 53 and I have 3 roommates, so.
A lot of cats.
It's all coming together.
That's a bad industry. You're gonna have 4 pretty soon.
All right, everyone. So we're out of time with that.
We're out of time. Can I say this? You know, again, thank you all. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for supporting the festival. Thanks for all you do for me and for Barry. We're a tiny movie, and so if you do like the movie, please promote it on social media. It's available on iTunes. Next month it'll be on Netflix. So just tell people. And it's
From Blu-ray and DVD.
You can find me at Crimmins on Twitter if you want.
Please, everybody, get the word out. This is an important movie. Everyone needs to see it.
And
So we can get these guys the
I
Oscars.
also want to say that this movie really should have been called "Thank God I Was Nice to That Kid." And I love Syracuse. Let's go, Martin. I saw Bayheim play. I knew Ernie Davis. I love this town. Bless all of you. Thank you, Bobcat. And what a great favorite son you have. Bobcat Goldthwait.
Merry Crimmins, everybody.
But real quick, we gotta do the auction thing.
Auction.